Second race of the weekend for the Dunlop Super2 series. Todd Hazelwood to the left of your screen, the very experienced Paul Dumbrell to the right. Dumbrell gets a good start, gets a bit of drive, and he'll lead them into the first couple of corners. Will Brown trying to fend off, and he does. The Nissan Altima in the hands of Jack LeBrock. Look at Anton Di Pasquale, he's hustling there in 5th position as well.
There was no doubt that Paul Dumbrell was on the better line there, the dry line for the start. Hazelwood did a pretty slick job.
Oh, into the wall! Macaulay Jones has been turned.
Does anyone else come into the side? Forwards in there.
And his teammate, Macaulay's teammate Smith is in there as well. Can you believe it?
And Mason Barbera as well. Slippery track, trying to get through turn 3 with not enough tyre temperature, and there is a sizable amount of damage to 4 race cars.
We'll need to see it on the replay. Obviously, there was some contact with a car behind him, but I think Mark and Neil were talking in the coverage earlier today about off to the left there, how limited the drive is and how the track changes recently have actually made that even tougher.
And in those conditions, yeah, it just amplifies all that situation. Poor Brad Jones.
2 cars in that for BJR.
Oh, 2 cars. His son is as well, obviously, driving the 14. Macaulay, look at the damage to the front of it.
There's Brycey Fullwood out.
Unsighted, really. Mason Barbera and Bryce Fullwood couldn't really get a vision through the cars that were ahead of them, and they just became part of it. Is Macaulay all right? He's having a little bit of a limp there. So he's given his leg a whack, maybe one of those hits that he got on the side. Maybe he's just giving his thigh a bit of a jab against the seat.
Gee, I feel for Smith as well. He was involved in that big incident when he drove for Paul Morris Motorsport at Bathurst last year, then another one at the Clipsal 500. He needs a break too, doesn't he?
There's a lot of guys that need a bit of a break, but that's what it's part of the game, unfortunately, as you hate to say it and hate to see it. It's going to take some time to clean up what is a multiple situation. So, the start, as we can see, Dumbrell on the dry line and his teammate right behind him. Hazelwood had his car just arrowed across.
The race is suspended. Safety car, if you can continue around the circuit, increase your speed to 60.
So Michael Massey there just confirming that we are going to be under red flag conditions, so they can get this incident cleaned up as we'll continue to look at some replays on board now. See him just drive that away so gently, did Jacobson, and it was a good start too, because he dropped the RPM and just drove it away like a road car because he was on that slippery line. Look at the bashing going on with him and Perkins. Side by side. Look how slippery it was through turn 3.
Like on ice skating rink.
It was, and that was Jacobson. So the go-getter Nissan, he had a few more RPM up and he hit Will Brown as he was trying to gain traction. Left-hand front contact with the right rear of Brown. Gingerly through that corner. You can see the moisture on the windscreen, and there's turn 3. He got some good traction. He was nice and careful on the throttle. Here's a replay from the fence. So sideways, Kostecki, one of them just, oh, he hit the fence. So a glance on the fence by, I think, one of the Kostecki brothers. Look at the cars in the background coming under the bridge now. So Kostecki, oh, that was really unfortunate. No one really doing anything wrong from what I can see there. Kostecki was on the inside of Macaulay. Macaulay's sort of inadvertently just used a little bit more road, maybe not knowing that he had an overlap, and probably forced to be there as he tried to get on the throttle. Another shot. Yeah. That was just a little bit of 2-into-1. Slippery racetrack forward, and then Jack Smith. Wow, that's a big hit. Which is then confirmed by the amount of damage to the front of the 21 car. Mason Barbera nowhere to go either. Caught up on the outside, trying to